Hey, what is going on, guys? It's Brando Linick here, coming to you from my home right now. And in this video, I'm going to share with you my personal experience and my story when it comes to actually using the law of attraction to make money. Now, I'm going to tell you, if you're looking to win the lottery, looking to get rich quick, you're looking to all of a sudden have rag to riches happen to you overnight or in your first month, it's not going to happen, alright? I'm just sorry. Law of attraction, that's not what it's meant for. I'm going to teach you how I used it properly, from wishing to thinking to actually doing and implementing, to actually go from, working 40 to 50 hours a week in a restaurant non-stop for 2.5 years to creating a full-time income on my own, using and leveraging the internet and systems, and I haven't looked back since. That's going back to 2014, guys. So what happened to me? How did I use the law of attraction to actually start making my own money, being my own boss, creating prosperity and abundance in my life for myself, for my family? Well, I had to figure out what my why was. My why was my family, and I wanted time. I wanted time with my family really, really badly, more than anything, and working 40 to 50 hours a week in a restaurant, it wasn't allowing me to do that. I was always trying to make ends meet, and I was making ends meet, but it was very uncomfortable. I mean, I wanted to do things and I couldn't do things. I had saved up money from that job that I was working, but it was never anything that was extravagant where I could take my whole family on a trip, okay? And I wanted time, which I couldn't have because I was always working, and if I wasn't working, I wasn't making money, and I couldn't pay bills. If I wasn't working, I wasn't making money, all right? So the time wasn't there, and I couldn't spend time with my family, and I couldn't give them the life they deserved. So what did I do? Well, while I was working that job, I started leveraging principles of the law of attraction, but I did it in a different way, all right? I didn't sit there and say, I want a Ferrari, I want a Ferrari, I want a Ferrari, and then I start, imagining a Ferrari and thinking of a Ferrari, and all of a sudden, I opened up the door and, there's a Ferrari in my driveway. It didn't work out like that, okay? What ended up happening is I started using the principles of the law of attraction to start imagining and thinking of myself leaving my job. And I didn't, the thing is, a lot of people, they project this image of themselves leaving or quitting their job or making extra income or having prosperity and abundance 10 years from now, 15 years from now, 30 years from now. And then when 10 and 15 years come by, they project it again for another 10 years, and then 10 years go by, they project it again for another 5 years or 2 years, and then those years go by and they project it again. And it's so prolonged and it's so long because you can make so many mistakes within that long period of time, and it's harder to be consistent through a long period of time. They never really meet the end result, and they end up dying, never really getting what they wanted. And I knew that. So what I ended up doing was, and you can use this to your own fashion and form, I wanted to make more money so I could quit my job. I could supplement my income and then eventually leave. Being my own boss, making my own income, that's all I knew that could help me do that, because I didn't want someone else telling me what to do and how to do it. I wanted to create my abundance, my prosperity, and be in control of that without someone else being in control of it. And I knew being my own boss was the only way to do that. So what ended up happening was I started imagining myself in the next 3 months. I would be, living the life that I wanted. I would not have a boss. I would not be working in the restaurant that I was working in. I would have time freedom. I'd be spending it with my family. I'd be making my own money, and I would imagine myself making my own money. Now, the funny part is, I didn't sit there, guys, and I want you guys to understand this, because a lot of people are like, okay, well, you imagine stuff and then it just happens. That's not how the law of attraction works, all right? You can think of stuff over and over again, and consistency is awesome, but if you're not taking action on what it is that you want, you will not get the things that you want. Okay? I'm going to repeat that. If you think of the things that you want, alright, and you're imagining the things that you want, and you're not taking action on the things that you want, you will not get what you want, alright? And I was imagining myself quitting my job, making money to supplement that income, to quit it, to walk away, have a prosperous life, have an abundant life where I can spend more time with my family, make an income at the same time on my own time. I was imagining that, and for 3 months I was imagining this and taking action simultaneously at the exact same time. Every day, getting up and imagining myself not working in a job. At the same time of that, because I was working 40 to 50 hours a week, when I was on my breaks, when I was off my shifts, I would be taking massive action, building up my own income, looking for ways to make extra income. And I ended up stumbling across, funny enough, I stumbled across a person, alright, didn't happen overnight, but after doing research, I stumbled across a person building an income and a business on the internet, alright. Whatever led me to it, I think it was because I was being consistent and looking and taking action, alright? But I came across this individual, and by all means, it was kind of funny how I came across them, because it was late at night, I was about to go to bed, and I said one more search, and I searched, and I came across an individual through YouTube. They were building a business and income on the internet, making a multiple six-figure income, living the kind of lifestyle I wanted to live, not having to put their little girl through daycare, traveling, not having to work a corporate job, time freedom, money freedom, location freedom, and that was what I wanted. And in that moment, I made a decision to model and copy what they're doing. I connected with them on Facebook, we chatted for a bit, and it took me 3 months after that point, coming in contact with this individual, to create from zero, from scratch, a full-time income business working part-time on the side of my job. I was able to quit that job, and I haven't looked back since. I've been making a full-time income since then, working it part-time, building a business online from home, and you know, those aren't average or typical results. And like I said, it wasn't just me thinking and imagining, you know, I'm going to do X, Y, Z, and all of a sudden X, Y, Z exactly happened. I was taking action simultaneously. I was taking action on what was shared with me to accomplish that vision and that goal. All right. And that, my friend, is how I personally used the law of attraction. And it was funny because the universe seemed to get right out of the way after a period of time. It wasn't that I just did it one day and then I gave up. I never gave up because I made a decision and I believed I could believe. See, the thing is, when you want to use the law of attraction, you got to believe that you can accomplish it. You got to believe it. You got to see it in your mind. You got to taste it, smell it, touch it. And then when you're taking action on the side of that, you're going to come across different paths you can take. And you know, sometimes people will pop up in your life, like this person, Justin, who I came in contact with, who is living this lifestyle, and I began to model and copy him. All right, and that's just how it worked for me. So guys, you know, you're definitely, you know, making it work for yourself. Be consistent. Taste it, smell it, touch it, hear it, write it down, all right, visualize it, but take action on the things that you're visualizing, because if you don't, you will not get what you want. You can't just sit there and visualize the things and do researching on Google and looking at pictures of other people's lifestyles saying, I wish, I wish, I wish. You got to see yourself doing it yourself in your head, and then it will come to fruition, all right? Then it will come to fruition. So I hope you enjoyed this video. It's been fun talking with you guys. If you want to learn more tactics and techniques when it comes to building a business and income on the internet, the same way I've been able to make more money, to quit your job, have more prosperity, abundance, and time freedom, then connect with me on my site. If you're coachable and you're open to learning and working, check it out. It's 123marketingtips.com. Link will be down below. And I will see you guys on the beach of the world. Take care.